During the late 1930s, Bell engineers decided to build a fighter around a new 37mm gun. It's important to note that guns of that caliber were previously used only on twin-engine aircraft, but the team at Bell wanted to install it on a single-engine fighter aircraft. This sounded really good in theory, but the military were in no rush to approve the experimental design. Eventually, though, they decided that it was worth the risk, and on the 6th of April 1939, the initial pre-production aircraft of the new series took to the skies for the first time. After completing trials, the Aero Cobra was finally approved for combat. Say hi to the P-400, the earliest of this series' models in the game. The British wanted to purchase a total of 675 of those in 1940, but soon had to cancel most of their order. What the RAF wanted was a new high-altitude interceptor. After receiving their first Aero Cobras, the British quickly realized that their new fighters couldn't perform in that capacity as they had no turbocharger. They simply had an inadequate rate of climb and performance at the altitude for missions that the British had in mind. It didn't mean Aero Cobras were completely out of business, though. Some aircraft intended for the RAF were taken up by the USAAF. Those were the P-400s that we're talking about. In the game, it's a fighter with decent flying capabilities and lots of ammo, so you don't have to get stingy with bullets. The next model, the P-39K-1, can be found in the premium branch of the Soviet tech tree. This was one of the Lend-Lease aircraft which Soviet pilots really liked. A roomy cockpit with good visibility and a radio? That was like getting a nice imported car. Not to mention that the aircraft was also fast enough and had good firepower. 6 machine guns have a high volume of fire, but you'll have to get used to the 37mm cannon. It's not that easy to aim, especially when engaging a small, agile target. Then we have the P-39N0. It is equipped with the same armaments, but comes with a new engine, noticeably improving the aircraft's performance. It's worth noting that there was a special version of this model in the premium branch of the Soviet tech tree as well. The P-39N0 of Alexander Pokrishkin, one of the highest-scoring aces of World War II. He used a P-39N0 that looked like this one to score 48 of his victories. Keep in mind that it only has nose-mounted machine guns. Basically, you sacrifice a little bit of firepower for a big increase in maneuverability. The P-39Q is the most produced model of the series. Most notably, it ditched low-caliber machine guns of the previous models in favor of 2 heavy ones. There are 2 variations of this model in the game: the Q5 as a part of the American tech tree, and the Q-15 found in the Soviet tech tree. The latter is one of the rarest vehicles in War Thunder, by the way. You could only get this aircraft by being an alpha tester for the game. The most advanced model of the Cobra family, though, is the P-63, also known as the King Cobra. There are 3 different variations of this aircraft in the game, and yeah, they are, once again, found in both the American and the Soviet tech trees, all thanks to the Lend-Lease policy. Let's start with the P-63A5. It got a new empennage configuration in new laminar flow wing design and a more powerful engine with a turbocharger, the very thing the British wanted when they ordered their P-39s. This aircraft also carries more ammunition for machine guns and can even carry a single 500-pound bomb. That's not much, but it's enough to get rid of a single pesky tank in mixed battles. Then we have the P-63A-10, fitted with a more powerful engine. There was also a big change in the firepower department with a new M10 cannon replacing the old M4 one. The caliber is the same, but it performs much better in almost every way. Better ballistics, higher fire rate, and comes with more ammo. You get 58 rounds. Not enough for you? Okay. You can up your game by also getting 3 500-pound bombs. Finally, we get to the P63C5, the last model of the series in the game. The biggest changes compared to the A10 were that it was equipped with a different engine and came with a ventral fin. In the American tech tree, there is also a gift version of the P63C5 with unique Cobra-themed camouflage. By the way, it wasn't just the USSR getting those planes through Lend-Lease. France also received quite a few, and they came in handy both during World War II and over Indochina. At the very start of their journey, Cobras were experimental aircraft that incorporated lots of bold design choices, and were riddled with just as many flaws. Eventually, though, those aircraft managed to make a name for themselves. They became the Cobras, a line of really capable fighter aircraft worthy of pilots' praise. And what about you? Is there a Cobra that you really enjoy flying? Please tell us in the comments below.